All right, always a good day to be sending some 6mm arc downrange. Today we've got an Aero Precision here set up, 16-inch barrel. This is a mid-length gas system. We're gonna do some shooting with this particular rifle, talk a little bit more about it. You guys might recall a shoot recently that we were on with Jonas or Michael from Guns Out TV, and we went through Brownells and we put together a couple of really nice Aero rigs for that particular hunt that we did on the Warrior Poet Network. So this is pretty close to that build. We did change things up just a slight amount on the optic and the suppressor, but we'll talk about it as we go. I just wanted to show this off because it's a really sweet setup and talk about this in a little bit more detail than what we went over in the show. All right, and I've got this thing dialed up. Our Kestrel HUD is showing 1.24. I'm gonna go ahead and get to 1.2. And we're gonna try to get out to 300 here on this 10-inch plate. Right off at 3 o'clock. Impact. Off at 3. Very nice. Very nice. All right, hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome back. Eric here with Outright Veteran 8888. Now, we've done some 6mm arc videos in the past, and you guys might remember the 6mm AR video that Chad made forever ago. So Chad and I both have just had a real interest in these real flat shooting sixes in the short action, and that's essentially what the 6mm arc is. This is a great cartridge, and a 16-inch gun is real nice. You do, wring some decent power out of this cartridge with a 16-inch barrel, which makes it a very attractive option for, long-range PRS type semi-auto matches or things like that, or hunting situations where you want to get a little extra range with a good flat shooting cartridge, or something like that. Or just to, like we're doing today, just get out and have some fun and drill, a 10-inch target at 300 yards, without even having to really have too much effort put into it. It's a really nice setup on this particular gun. We're running an Arken SH4 Gen 2. This particular optic is a 6-24 by 50 with a 34mm tube. It is sitting in their Arken precision rings. This particular optic has, again, a 50mm bell. We do have an adjustable parallax as well as an illuminated reticle. These optics are extremely overbuilt and very rugged. We've done a lot of torture testing on them and they've held up fantastic. This is a 20 MOA base that this particular optic is in. So, the Arken's delivering the goods. The suppressor that we're running is a Primal from Dead Air, and we're running this on an ASR mount. The barrel on this gun is stainless steel. You do have M-LOK accessory compatibility through and throughout, and then you've got a full pick rail across the top. I always like the way that Aero produced their particular uppers as well, because on their Picatinny slots on the uppers, you have this little lightning cut through the middle, stripping some of that weight off, which is always a good thing. The lower on this particular gun is pretty basic. You got a Magpul PRS stock and everything, basic bolt hold open, safety, basic mil-spec trigger, A2 grip. It's a pretty basic overall lower, save for the addition of the Magpul PRS stock. This is a relatively available and easy to put together 6mm arc rig. For those of you that are wanting something similar to this, but you want to kind of just start out with something basic. Of course, the charging handle is just straight up basic AR. All right, I've got an E-Lander 15-shot magazine that we're going to try in this particular gun. That's nice, decent amount of capacity there out of this particular rifle. I think this is probably about the type of mag I'd want to run in a hunting situation, especially hogs. If you've got multiple shot opportunities on multiple animals, kind of nice to have some fast follow-up shots. All right, I'm going to leave the data set out to 3. We're just going to shoot pretty much out to 3. This is the longest distance that we have available to us here. Let's take a few shots, just have some fun. Hey, Eric. Hold 0.3 left. I'm going to shoot the D28. That's fine. Right in the head. I pulled that shot. I couldn't have went any better. Last shot of the mag and the bolt lock to the rear, and I smacked that gopher at 300 yards. This is 6mm.
That's the video.
All right, now we have a 25 round mag from, this is an ASC. This is the one I'm real curious to see how well it works. That's a decent amount of capacity there. Nice 25 shot mag. Let's see if it runs here in the Aero. And I'm just gonna take some different shots and pick up the pace a little bit here and shoot out to 3 again and just try to have a little fun. Again, we are running a double hog saddle setup. I'm not sure if I discussed this in a little bit of detail in this particular video, but we were out filming with our friend Oscar at GRS Rifle Stocks, and he was using a 2 tripod setup for his nighttime hunting rig, and we filmed a hog kill out to 622 yards at night with a 6.5 PRC and used a 2 tripod setup. And we were really digging that concept, so we were trying to challenge ourselves by getting used to using this type of a rig for this sort of, offhand sort of shooting a bit. Just to, make things interesting and change things up a little bit. I'm just gonna send a few rounds in, Chad. Okay. I like this trigger. I mean, even though it's just a mil spec, it's not bad, it's clean.
You going for the 10-inch?
Yeah.
You'll have to hold left about 1/2 mil. You got it.
It's a hard shot, man.
Yep.
Yep. Wow. had a double feed on the last 2 rounds on that particular magazine. And that's not the first time that's happened. When we did a separate video not too long ago, you might have saw on the CMMG Resolute, we had the same problem with the same exact magazine. So that tells us that maybe that particular magazine just not really working so well for us. But all in all, really good reliability that we've gotten out of this particular gun. And I'm not shooting it too terrible considering the mil-spec trigger and a little bit more basic function. Some of the shots that John and Sir Michael were making on these deer when we did the Warrior Poet episode with this particular gun, some of those shots were 200 yards and out, and they were not having any problems at all connecting with those deer and giving good, solid, humane shots on those deer. So I'm very happy with this cartridge as a deer hunting cartridge. I think this exact setup is maybe a little bit crazy for hunting purposes. I'd probably just go with a regular like Magpul Mo rifle stock on this. And I'd probably upgrade the trigger on this particular gun, but other than that, there's not a lot to be desired in terms of the overall aesthetic and form and function of the gun. So, good job, Aero. This is a great gun, and wanted to showcase this for you, show it off a little bit. I hope you all had a great day, and thanks for tuning in to today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Go over to Ballistic Inc. and pick yourself up a snazzy new t-shirt. That's one way you can support our videos directly if you wish to do so. Thanks so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this look at this really cool 6mm arc rifle. We'll see you next time. Many more videos on the way.